Hi everyone, my name is Chris Martin. Welcome to Keto with me. I'm really excited to tell you about my week 13 results, but before I do that, if you want a lot of detail about week 13, go check out my diary series video for week 13. If you want detail about my entire journey into keto, go check out my entire diary series. All right, please take time to like and subscribe so you can keto with me. All right, let's get to the results. All right, let's get to these numbers here. So, I'm just very tickled to tell you that I've made it under 190 pounds. I am now 188.8. I lost 1.4 pounds in week 13. That's a grand total of 45.6 pounds in 13 weeks. I'm just super excited to be under 190 and to continue on with my journey. So if you watch my diary series, I track a lot more than just weight. One of the things that I track is my sleep. For week 13, I averaged about 7.8 hours of what I call uninterrupted sleep per night. So I've been averaging about 7.5 hours, over the weeks. Now, the first few weeks I was kind of, didn't do that great, but now I'm averaging at least 7.5 hours a night of sleep. That's just fantastic. All right, so the world that I live in is the fasting world. So it's keto and fasting go together really well because it's so much easier to do it on them. But my typical fast, my typical day is one meal a day where I fast, typically. But I've been doing these 72-hour fasts. So I just completed my 7th 72-hour fast. Technically, I started it the last 2 days of week 13 this week, and then finished it, the first day of, week 14. But, I'm already recording past that. So, I'm doing fantastic on, on my fasting. So, what I also do is I typically eat mostly clean, which means that, I'm eating those whole ingredient type of foods. But occasionally I do have some dirty stuff. So, my emphasis is clean, but occasionally I will have some of that other stuff just, to let you know, what I am doing. So, most of my excess, and I believe, if you watch my diary series, I've done a journey into keto a long time ago. Well, this is my second time. One of the biggest reasons that I'm doing really well is I track everything. It doesn't have to be a paper. I track things in an app called Chronometer. I track things in Excel. I mostly do it for redundancy, and it has a lot to do with recording the videos. But I do really think putting it down really keeps me, I don't know the word honest, but you know what I mean. It keeps me on track, for lack of better words. All right, let's get to the other numbers that I also track. So, I keep track of the number of carbs that I eat on average per week. So for week 13, it was 20 carbs. I'll look down here at the screen and momentarily. My average macros for the week of week 13, and that's about 5 days of eating, 76% fat, 6% carbs, and 4% carbs and 20%, protein. So very good. I'm very close, pretty on par with the standard macro keto targets. My average blood glucose for the week was 80. That's for all 7 days. My average ketones, for the week is 2.5. And my average Dr. Boz ratio, if you follow Dr. Boz, is 34. So all very good numbers. I've made tremendous improvements on everything that you see there over the past 13 weeks. I do other things to improve my, improve my life. One of them is meditation. I typically average about 10 minutes meditation a day. I have on the list here exercise, but I started out thinking I would at some point in the journey exercise, but I declared a couple weeks ago that I'm going to go ride this all the way out till I get to a goal weight, which will be probably 160, 165, and then I'll start doing the exercise. But it's it's still part of what I like to at least address, because I want to make sure everyone knows zero exercise at all. Other things I do, on my journey to kind of make myself successful I do a lot of keto learning. So in my diary series, every diary series video that I put out, I review another keto person, expert, whatever you want to call them, online, on YouTube, and then I recommend their video, and I give you just the gist of it. So this week I just got done, reviewing a Dr. Berry video that had to do with like, is keto expensive? You know, so I thought it was fascinating. Some good information from, you know, Dr. Berry. So if you want to see that, go check out the, you know, week 13 diary video, where I make a recommendation to go watch his video, which I do have a link, you know, at the end of that video, so you could find that. As I mentioned, you know, the week 13 diary series video has, you know, that video link in it, but it also has in it what I ate for the week. Some of the things that I ate for week 13, you know, I had a pizza bake, which was, you know, fantastic. My wife and I made this broccoli cheddar quiche, which was just amazing, and it was almost exactly the standard macros, which was just phenomenal. I had chipotle, I believe we also had some Italian sausages, and then my favorite, I love salmon patties, so we made some keto salmon patties, and that was just, you know, just amazing. So one other thing, you know, that I want to mention is that, you know, I mentioned that tracking has made me successful, but I believe that my continued success, you know, also has a lot to do with, you know, sticking with my fasting, sticking under 20 carbs, sticking with tracking, and just making myself accountable. So all those things together have just really made this time in just amazing. All right, that's it for this week's video. I'm hoping that you'll come back next week and check out the results. I'm going to keep heading down, you know, hopefully I'll be in somewhere near the mid 180s. I want to also ask you again if you would please like and subscribe so you can keto with me. As always, if you have any comments or questions, just leave them down below. Just remember, none of us are perfect. Be a coach, not a critic, and take care, folks.